Dachahao,
And apa khabar, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Epic Arcade.
where we are your video game best friends. My name is Kelvin Tay.
And I'm Afiq K.
And on this week in gaming, we are changing things up because instead of a Thursday, this is a Monday. And we're doing a Monday recording mainly.
No Monday blues.
Got a bit
No,
lah,
got
a bit lah.
Okay lah, got lah.
Yeah, and we're doing a recording on Monday because this is kind of like an emergency recording.
Yes.
Because
A lot has happened over the weekend. We had Sony State of Play, Summer Games Fest,
and then we have the whole Xbox showcase and so
Xbox
much
Games
more.
Showcase, and a lot more scheduled. We just haven't had time to go over them. So what we've done is we rounded up the best of what we've seen,
Correct.
and then we're here now to give our own first thoughts, our first look at all these trailers and tell you guys what we think about them.
Yeah, so this episode itself would be covering the Sony State of Play. Although we don't have PlayStations, but these are everything that if we have a PlayStation, we are excited for. We'll be covering games like Ace Combat 8, Bancho the Chef, God of War, Laufey, however you want to pronounce it. We will also be talking about Marvel's Wolverine, Stuntman, and so much more. So after this break, stay tuned. We'll be talking about all of that has been mentioned. Be right back.
So there are a lot of games.
There was a lot of games. Before the recording, we actually sat down for like a good hour to look at all of the trailers together because some of them I've watched it before, some of them it's just the first time the both of us are viewing it, and we actually took notes as well.
Yeah, and it was really funny. We thought about something really funny.
You suddenly French now?
Yeah,
anyways. Yeah.
Anyways, something funny about all the games that are coming out is they're all coming out in 2027.
Correct.
Because nobody wants to launch a game in 2026 anymore
Yep.
because
Of GTA 6.
the GOAT is arriving
Because
to fucking consoles only for now.
we did see like the release schedule for November, and there's only 3 games that is being announced or released.
Godzilla,
Barbie,
Barbie Adventure,
and GTA
and
6.
GTA 6.
Yeah, the joke we had was like everyone was like, you know what?
Yeah.
November and December is all you, right? We're not even going to compete in the
No,
space.
no.
But speaking about competing in the space, the first game we have for you guys that we are actually excited for is this game called Ace Combat 8: Wings of Thief.
Thief.
Anyways, this is like
I don't know,
like a made up location within the game.
It's a fictional location.
So this game is being developed and published by Bandai Namco Entertainment. It is exclusively on the PS5. I mean, of course, because this would be
This will
everything.
be after they've decided that they will never port games into the PC
and
ever
it's
again.
also Sony exclusivities, right? It will be released on the October 2nd, 2026. And the price, we don't really have a confirmed price yet, but looking at recent games, it's
historically
hovering around $70 to $80. That means anywhere from 300 ringgit to 360 ringgit, right?
all right. Anyways, Ace Combat, bro.
Ace Combat.
I'll tell you something about Ace Combat. Ace Combat, right, is a game that always crosses my vision
Okay.
because I see it all the time. When back in like PS2,
Mm-hmm.
PS3, PS4. There's always been Ace Combat.
Yeah,
I
everyone
always see it. I've
everyone
never
knows
picked it up.
everyone knows what Ace Combat is.
Correct.
But
It's like a household name,
but
that
only
you've
a
never
handful
played.
of people
have
have played it.
experienced
Yes,
it.
correct. But I'm not really excited for the gameplay itself.
Yeah.
If you have been online over the weekend, the only thing that you have been hearing people talk about Ace Combat 8 is not the game, it's not the planes, but it's about this cute alt girl in pink hair that everyone is raving about.
Of course.
They're like, fuck the gameplay,
Okay, gamers
fuck
will
the
be
planes.
gamers, right?
But they are all talking about one character,
Okay.
which is her.
Yeah.
Pink hair, right? So her name is Tasha,
Right hair.
right? No, it's not really. She's just an alt girl.
Yeah,
She's
no.
like an e-girl, all right? Anyways, her name is Tasha Seversky from the
Seversky.
from the Joker Squadron Aircraft Number 3. Originally a star pilot in Yuktobania's acrobatic team Zevsda, right? But yeah, we saw the trailer itself. It looks like a very classic JRPG. It's not even a RPG. It's a J-esque
JRPG, yeah.
J-esque arcade simulator.
Very Japanese.
Okay. You have the generic black guy, you have a generic white person, you have a over-the-top Japanese person. But then what really takes me out of the entire immersion of Ace Combat has always been the giant vehicles. We saw giant ships.
Yep.
We saw
We saw.
giant
We
planes.
saw Shisha on the Shisha.
And it is just Ace Combat. Right.
It's larger than life. It's fantastical, right? It's not supposed to be like a true sim.
I have a coin
Flight
for Ace Combat. I always called it the flight simulation or the flight arcade simulation of Gran Turismo. It looks like Gran Turismo because I've done a bit of research for Ace Combat, right? Mainly because Sam played it a couple of months ago. He played the previous Ace Combat, and this time around for Ace Combat 8, there's 30 plus vehicles that you can unlock and play, meaning that you have 30 jet crafts to actually fly around with.
Or different things that fly. So they're not necessarily just jets, right?
I believe they're jets.
They're
like
all
different
jets.
generation of fighter jets. Yeah.
Ah.
But my takeaway when we were just watching the trailer is the note I have here. And I've typed down very typical JRPG style characters based in Western worlds bracket. Think of anything from Kojima.
Yeah.
I can't imagine
Like
this.
way too westernized.
Yeah, it's very over the top.
Overly westernized.
And my question for you is, I have here. If you were to play this, would you actually go and buy a flight sim?
I have a flight sim, right?
Or you actually do?
I used to space sim.
Damn.
I have a flight stick.
Okay.
I just don't have a throttle. I
And-
usually use the WA.
But the downside is you don't have a
Not
PlayStation either. So either way,
Yeah, I
you
don't have a
we won't
PlayStation
be
either,
able to
that's
play.
right. But I have some personal thoughts
Yeah.
about when we were watching the trailer for Ace Combat as well. For a game that's coming out in this day and age, I think the graphics are okay.
Yep.
It's very JRPG. But not to the point of like Stellar Blade, not to the point.
Yeah.
But Stellar
Because-
Blade is Japanese, or is it Korean?
Stellar Blade is KRPG.
Yeah, it's Korean,
It's
right?
KRPG, yeah.
But anyways, Japanese games are, I feel like they're not very focused on like how great the game looks. They do make an effort to do it, but I think it's more of like the mechanics of the game is what they focus on more. I think based on the trailer, it feels like a good attempt at storytelling.
Yep.
It feels very Top Gun-ish.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're trying to make a story out of it, which is really cool.
I can
It
tell you very
feels-
honestly, it's not really my type of game.
It's not. Yeah, it's not.
Yeah.
I would play it just to experience the flight.
Yep.
And that's about it.
Yeah.
It feels like Final Fantasy in fighter jets.
It's funny you brought that up because Final Fantasy actually have a new announcement, but we're not going to talk about it right now, right here.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is Ace Combat, just like
Yeah.
any other predecessors of Ace Combat.
Yeah,
It has
it's the same thing.
it has big enemies, you have big ships,
It's
big
like-
planes.
It's like every sequel of Fast and Furious.
Oh my god, yeah, that's a better way to put it, right? Before we go into the next game, the back of the box for Ace Combat 8 specifically is, and I quote, soar through the skies and rise above every challenge to earn your place among the elite. Engage in intense aerial combat to dominate the battlefield with powerful weapons. Experience a breathtaking campaign filled with high-stakes missions, hard choices, and deep squad connections. Basically, I am talking about Ace Combat, but if you take it out of context, it's basically Top Gun.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
basically Top Gun.
Yeah. The next one.
JRPG
This,
Top Gun.
this is something that no one asked for. Not even if you are like me, a fan of indie games, if you are a fan of Dave the Diver specifically, because there is a new announcement for this game called Bancho the Chef. And if you don't know who Bancho is, he's basically the samurai / black chef from Dave the Diver.
Okay.
Right? He's like the guy behind the bar
I
when you're
see.
playing Dave the Diver. Dave the Diver.
the Diver.
Fuck my word. Sometimes,
Monday.
Sometimes
So usually when we record on
you know
Thursday,
what? Yeah,
you have
yeah.
the first 4 days to warm up your
Okay. You know what? Fair enough.
Your
Fair enough.
tongue.
And maybe it's also the chicken rice we ate, like, you know. But
maybe.
forgive me, and my pronunciations.
But
right?
Referencing what you said earlier, right? This is something that nobody asked for. I enjoy when just out of the blue, some developer pushes out something that nobody asked for. I feel like that's the purest form of creativity because you're not banking on a genre that is already hyped up. You're just doing your shit.
Yeah.
You're just making something, pushing it out.
Here's my quirk with this game. Okay?
Okay.
Dave the Diver was an amazing indie game. All right, depending on who you ask, it's either indie or triple or double A, for example. Okay, but Dave the Diver, when it came out, when I played it, it was amazing, but it got repetitive really, really quickly.
Right. As in replayability wise.
Yes. Right. After like the midpoint where you start capturing a lot of fishes, a lot of recipes, it's just rinse and repeat, and you're just doing everything all over again,
But
and it
wouldn't that
becomes
be
super
every game, though?
tedious. No, this is like extra tedious, where it's really just rinse and repeat.
Grindy.
Same. Right. It is. Dave the Diver is some of those indie games where I like to call a collection of mini games plastered into the entire game itself, and just based on the Bancho the Chef trailer that we saw earlier, it reminds me exactly of that.
Yeah.
It's a collection of mini games where you pour tea, you cut fish, you make sushi, you run a restaurant, and it's just rinse, repeat, same shit again.
I mean, it's one of those like cozy stuff.
Yeah,
Like cozy
it's
gaming.
really, you just put it on. Like for me, when I was playing Dave the Diver, it's just on Steam Deck. I pop it on, play a couple of times, and then just okay, you know what, next.
Is it a time sink or is it a time waste? I guess depends on who you ask. But I love the aesthetic.
Yep.
I think it's really cute.
It's beautiful. I'm not discounting the fact that it is a gorgeous and very colorful and very vibrant game.
Yeah.
I'm just talking about gameplay wise.
Yeah. It feels a bit like 2015 again.
Yeah. I mean, if you watch the same trailer as I did earlier, for me, it's just cooking mama with a black guy.
Yeah.
That's how I would have.
Yeah, it's cooking mama.
Yeah, it's cook him. Like, you know what?
Yeah, don't even try.
You almost got me there, man. You almost got me there. No,
don't even try, man.
No. It's basically just cooking mama in the Dave the Diver universe, right? Back of the box is just a cooking simulator and adventure game that follows Bancho from Dave the Diver during his youth on the road to becoming a sushi master.
So this was before
it's
the
a
events
prequel
of Dave the Diver.
It's a prequel on how he became a master chef, right? This game will be developed and published by Mint Rocket, the studio behind Dave the Diver. Platform would be on PC, and also the release date for PS5 is not confirmed. The pricing, if you are looking at Dave the Diver initial launch, it is $19.99. So anything below like 50, 60-ish lah.
$20?
Regional prices.
Okay.
Regional
prices accounted for.
I mean, it's definitely a surprise, but is it a welcoming surprise? I don't know.
Yet.
Yeah, online consensus. If you read up all the comments, everyone's like 50-50. Yeah, it's like oh cool. Another
I didn't need this.
Yeah, but
I'll give it a go.
It's here, right?
Now the next game.
Now the next one.
The next game, though. I mean,
the gameplay trailer itself was 22 minutes, 22 plus minutes.
Yeah.
We watched most of it.
Yeah.
Also something that no one asked for.
Yeah.
Right? No one asked for.
Yeah,
no one expected it.
But I gladly welcome it.
Because it's from a fantastic, lifelong franchise that I believe the both of us love.
Yeah.
Yep. It is Barbie Adventure.
Yeah.
What? I'm just fucking with y'all. It is God of War, Laufey.
Okay,
however,
there's a U in the spelling, which throws me off.
But it's also like, you know, I like, you know, the artist.
Yeah.
You know how her name is pronounced in Icelandic? It's Laufey, which she likes to correct people on. But this one, it can be pronounced however you want. It's Laufey. But her historical name is just Faye. This one, God of War, Laufey, developed by Santa Monica Studios, published by Sony Interactive. Platform would be exclusive.
No question, it's AAA.
Yeah. Platform would exclusively be on PlayStation 5. There is no confirmed date as of their release, but looking at the price of previous God of War games, we are looking at anywhere from $70 to $80.
So just to reiterate, this game is never coming to PC, right?
Based on the previous newses that we have, I highly doubt so.
Staying with PlayStation.
Yeah, but before we go into the bulk of the story, right? I just want to address something really quickly, because if you are online, if you're on Reddit, if you're on YouTube, if you're on Facebook, if you're on Twitter, the amount of hate that is generated for this God of War game because you are playing a female protagonist has been fucking crazy. Everyone is like, everyone is making fun of the, oh, what is this God of War game going to be? Laufey is going to be in the kitchen cooking for Kratos and shit like that. It's like, dude, I just want to say fuck y'all, man.
Bro, have they never played Lara Croft?
Like, I'm just personally pissed because of those kind
I
of
don't think
comments.
it's even worth
Yeah.
a mention.
I-
They don't need the air.
I just want to say, from my point of view, is like I'm happy that we get to explore different aspects within the
Yeah.
God of War franchise.
These people don't need airtime, bro.
Right? Yeah. Anyways, that's my take on it. But what is this game, Afiq?
Bro, I mean, it's God of War. It's this. I don't think it needs any explanation.
It's God of War bracket girl.
Yeah.
No, bracket wife. Right. So in the first few minutes
God
of
of
the
wai- God of
trailer,
waifu.
God of waifu. In the first few minutes of the trailer, we actually saw Laufey. We saw Kratos and the sun was burning her on a
Yes.
pyre because
Which
she
is a callback to the original
correct
reboot.
where
That
she
was the first. That was the first scene of the original reboot.
where she died.
Correct.
Right,
And
and
then
then
burn
this. And then it kind of fades away to the sky, and then you see her ashes, her ashes, or like her magic
Embers,
dust.
embers. Yeah.
Her magic dust
So-
goes into another realm.
Yeah.
Right?
If you remember, if you played the original reboot, and then that particular scene, after the embers go up and float to the sky, you gain control of Kratos.
Yep.
And then you and Atreus start this really long-winded journey up the mountain.
Correct. Just to spread her ashes.
Just to spread her
Okay.
ashes, correct.
And
now,
this-
unbeknownst to everyone at that point in time, these ashes ended up in another realm
yeah.
that had its own story, which is
In the notes, what I've written down is if we die and go to heaven, you just live again to fight all over again. and then the second thing I've
meet
write
even
down,
meaner gods.
Yeah. And then another thing I've written down here is like, if this is heaven, why is there bad guys? Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, well, personal thoughts for me, I think, as with the last two iterations of the reboot of God of War, amazing voiceover, amazing voice acting.
Correct.
Sorry.
It to me just feels like a God of War. Like
Yeah, I mean it's
like-
it's an
there's
experience.
this I forgot where I've gotten the quote from. I believe it's from one of the interviews of God of War Laufey with the creators. It's like, think of Kratos as the tree, okay, as the tree branch, and this story is just one of the branches from the franchise itself. And I love that analogy because, dude, again, it's Greek mythology, it's Nordic mythology, and then here we're looking at Egyptian mythologies as well. And then apparently, according to some reports, you actually get to see other God of Wars from different myths as well.
So now what I'm thinking about, right, is I hope they don't go down the Assassin's Creed route.
Ooh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You start introducing all these different
Yep.
mythologies. and
Okay, I
then
get what you mean.
it goes into and then next thing you know, they're exploring Egyptian
Yep,
mythology, which nobody is
yep.
asking for.
Yep. Or like Asian mythologies,
Or like Asian
which
mythology.
is a bit weird if you think about it. I did mention that this is very welcoming, right? But I truly hope that they don't stray too far away from God of War
Yes.
itself, which is
the
Kratos.
essence of Kratos.
Mm.
Other things that I've written down that I really like is I love that the cutscenes are edge of your seat.
Yep.
You're always like on your toes because
Yep.
you always have. There's always like at some point there's a prompt for you to click something which I really enjoy. Sound design is top tier, based on the trailer, based on the gameplay trailer. Sound design is top tier. I think that the subwoofer in your room while we were watching it kind of carried the trailer a lot.
Mm-hmm. Shout out
Combat,
Edifier.
yeah,
Okay,
shout out
Edifier.
Edifier. Combat system. God of War for me is the reference for combat systems. I have not yet found a game that can execute it as well as God of War. I'm talking about the original.
Okay.
I'm talking about the reboot.
Okay.
Right? I was watching an interview a very long time ago about the original reboot, about how they make the combat feel that way. And it's a very, very simple frame drop right as you're about to hit the enemy that makes you feel the weight of the hit. And I feel like that's so mind-blowing.
And the fact that, having a good sound system to actually deliver
Correct.
that hit really
Correct.
makes you feel like you are being punched yourself.
Correct.
Right?
Correct.
I mean, what else is there to say about this
Nothing
game?
much.
It
You
is
just have to
it is
experience it.
it is God of War, but you're playing as Faye, as the main character or the main protagonist here. I saw that. I hope you guys catch that as well. It is built around lethal agility, combining the fluidity of Greek era God of War with the Norse era world building. If you see in the trailer, she wields a legendary sword and has this soul manipulation power from her hands that she can shoot pixie dust, I would say. Yeah, right. Dust. And then another thing that I was intrigued with this trailer itself is she has a companion called
Don't even try that. She has a companion.
Franque. Phranquue.
It actually reminds me a lot of the companion that you get in Star Wars Outlaws.
Yeah, no. It's not that animal. It's a cube. It's a
Oh,
cosmic
it's not
cube
it's not the animal.
voiced by Jack Quaid from The Boys.
Ah.
Okay. Anyways,
Isn't
this,
like the head on Kratos?
it's similar to that, but this is a legit cube.
Oh, okay.
He's a jelly cube. Anyways, that is God of War, Laufey, Laufey, however you want to pronounce it.
However you want to pronounce it.
Developed by Santa Monica Studios, published by Sony Interactive Entertainment, exclusively on the PlayStation 5. No release date has been confirmed yet, but looking at how it was announced now, it's either going to be mid next year or end of next year. Am I excited for it? Yes, I am. Will I go out and get a PlayStation 5 for it? I don't know. Or do I wait and pray for it to be announced on the...
I feel like I should just, like, when the games come out, just rent the PS5.
Just rent a PS5?
And play it.
Yeah.
And then, like, once you're done. Because I don't imagine playing much on the PS5 is the problem.
Anyways, moving on to the fourth game that kind of excited us here is Marvel's Wolverine.
Yeah. And this was pretty... I think a lot of people waited for this.
Okay.
And people have been waiting since before Sony announced stopping PC ports.
I am going to come out and be as honest as I can.
Me too.
Okay? I did not grow up in the X-Men era. Okay. I know who Wolverine is, right? Not a huge fan of that parts of Marvel MCU in general.
It's a very niche part of Marvel.
Correct. And just looking at the trailer itself, I would say it just looks like a very generic
Marvel game.
Yeah.
It's as if like if they made Marvel Iron Man, which they did at one point. Same thing.
It's
some of the it's like MGS in Wolverine skin because of the stealth and all that. But the biggest comment that I have, the biggest personal thought that I have about this game after watching the gameplay is the combat looks flashy, very flashy. A lot of things happening at the same time, but if you really look at the combat system, it's very bare bones.
It is.
It's a simple...
That's why I say it's very generic action superhero game.
Yeah.
We just punch, a lot of blood. I love the gore. Yes. I really love the gore. And how you get drenched and then you get this like Mortal Kombat slow-mo kind of like cross-section and stuff like that.
But here's the thing about that system. It gets old very quickly.
Yeah. Correct. Like after like your 10th grunt kill, you're just like, this again.
Mashing buttons at this point.
Unless you tell me they can generate like 100 different animation or 100 different ways to kill someone, like from the sky, from the side, if you're stealthing, things like that. It's gonna be rinse and repeat all over again.
It feels like it might turn into a very niche game where people try stealth in different ways. Like
Assassin's Creed.
Assassin's Creed is one, but Far Cry is another one.
Okay.
You know, like if you go to YouTube, find like Far Cry stealth compilations.
Or like the Cyberpunk 2077 kill.
Or this the other one, Dishonored.
Dishonored one. But my biggest gripe with this entire trailer is not that it looks like a terrible game. Okay, it looks like an okay game. You know, probably IGN's gonna give it like a 7 or 8 out of 10. But the biggest gripe I have with this game is Wolverine's voice. It doesn't sound Australian enough. It doesn't sound scruffy enough. He just sounds like a generic white man.
Is Wolverine Australian?
I mean, the actor is Australian.
Hugh Jackman is Australian.
Hugh Jackman is Australian.
Got to remove the art from the artist, bro.
But I just feel like he doesn't even sound close.
He just doesn't sound like Hugh Jackman.
He doesn't resemble Hugh Jackman. Okay, not vocally. Okay. Wolverine is Wolverine. Okay, that's my biggest gripe. Because Wolverine in the movies have a very scruffy, whiskey, cigar-esque voice to it, right? He is rough. But this guy just looks like, hey, I'm Wolverine. I'm gonna come. Yeah, right.
It's more color.
It's a disconnect
in-
for me. Man.
Yeah, but I think it's also because I guess because you didn't grow up in the X-Men universe.
Maybe.
Your only reference is Hugh Jackman.
Correct. Now, last gripe I have, okay, is that the trailer itself, he was in his classic yellow, black Wolverine costume, and because of that stupid fucking meme, I can't unsee two Batmans kissing. If you know, you know.
Oh, yeah.
I can never unsee that, and it doesn't help.
Yeah.
Okay.
Speaking of Batman, right? Last thing I want to say is, if there's one superhero game with really good combat mechanics, it's the Batman series.
Oh my
Arkham
god.
Knight.
Even Lego Batman was Lego Batman was good. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I agree.
Yeah.
Moving on to the last one, there's not much to talk about. This
But
is
it's
Stuntman.
really interesting though.
It is a very interesting game, right? Stuntman Hollywood, if I'm not mistaken, this original game actually came out in 2002, right? And then they had another one that came out, I think 2006 or 2008. But it was a long time since anyone actually talked about Stuntman, the game. And if you're just looking at the trailer itself, you will see like different movie franchise. I'm assuming that Sony holds.
Yes.
Okay. We saw films like Fast and Furious, Back to the Future, Knight Rider, Miami Vice, and Death Race. This was all in the trailer itself, where you only see cars and bikes, and then the end is like the director shout cut, and then you see the stuntman with the thumbs out, and then he just walked out.
Yeah.
Right?
I like the concept. I like that you explore these movies from a different perspective. But I'm just assuming the gameplay is like a compilation of mini games where you score like 1 to 3 stars.
And the end of the trailer, that's kind of like, you know, the gameplay itself. It just reminded me a lot of
Need for Speed.
Burnout.
Burnout,
Yeah,
Paradise.
it reminds me a lot
Need for
about
Speed, very arcadey.
very arcadey, right? Very arcadey, very actiony.
Yeah.
I don't know much about Stuntman in general. I don't think I've played any Stuntman before. Maybe the first one when I still had my PS2 or my PS3, but this one just looks like a good time in the
You know who
sense.
would enjoy this game actually?
Who?
Norm. You know why? Do you know Norm wanted to be a stuntman?
Really?
Yeah, he was talking to me the other day. He was like, for the longest time, he wanted to go into drama school
That's such a norm thing.
because he wanted to be a stuntman.
That's such a norm thing.
Right? It's so cool.
Yeah. So that basically covers all of the most of the Sony State of Play. It's a roundup of games that actually caught our attention, and we were like, wow, this is not bad.
Yeah.
Now,
Wow. This is not bad.
now the age-old question here is fake. As you guys know, I don't own a PlayStation. Afiq don't own a PlayStation. Now that PS is going full-on exclusive console only, to be able to play a PS exclusive game, you need to own a PlayStation 5. With the 5 games that we have talked about here, with Ace Combat 8, Bancho the Chef, God of War Laufey, Marvel's Wolverine, and also Stuntman Hollywood, will you go out and buy a PlayStation? Before Afiq answers, before I answers, I want to know you guys too. Do you guys actually own a PlayStation 5?
Yeah.
Like, what have you been playing on the PlayStation 5 that you can't play on the PC? Because I'm generally curious. Do I want PlayStation 5? No, not really.
I think standalone.
I like owning. I like the idea of owning it,
Yeah,
knowing that, oh, you know, if I go downstairs to my big
Just
TV,
like the Steam Deck. Just like the Switch.
just like the DJI,
Just like the DJI.
just like the DJI, right?
Yeah.
I like the idea of owning it. You would too.
Yeah.
But would you actually, like, after watching the State of Play, would you actually be like, oh, you know what? It's time I get a PlayStation.
I'm like on the fence, right? Because God of War is enough to make me want to buy
Mm-hmm.
the PlayStation 5.
Mm-hmm.
If it was an isolated decision, like would I get a PS5 or not? The answer is no.
Mm.
But if you put it in the context of my current situation, where I've got like the sim racing rig, and then
Okay.
and then like what I would do is I would get the PlayStation 5 for like exclusively single player games.
Like racing games?
No, not racing games.
Okay.
Just like these
okay,
games.
Okay.
And then the PC is dedicated to work and a workhorse for the sim racing.
Right.
That's
You
how,
know,
that's how
that-
I would do it.
That makes sense. Now, a curveball question for you, Afiq.
Mm.
Because I know my answer already.
Mm.
I just want to know yours. And if you guys are listening to the question, just comment down below, right? Just pause and then comment down below. GTA 6 is PS exclusive
For now.
For now, for 1 year, at least
For
1 year.
For 1 year.
So how? Would you get a PlayStation if it is exclusive for a whole year? For you guys watching, pause, comment down below because I'm curious to know. Because my answer is yes, I would.
If you get it, I get it.
Man, that's terrible. Yeah, I don't get it lah. I don't need it lah.
Then I will get it.
But then,
If you get it, I will get it. If you don't get it, I still get it.
so yeah, that's all the time we have for you guys for the episode. As usual, we are your video game best friends. My name is Kelvin Tay.
I'm Afiq K.
That has been Sony State of Play. Please tell us in the comments down below what you enjoy, what you did not enjoy. Will you go out to buy a PlayStation? And all of that. You know, if you like the content we have, like, subscribe, follow, share with a friend. And other than that, we have been your video game best friends. Till the next one.
Catch you on the next one.
Goodbye.